Coming up on This Week in Procurement, 5 opportunities that reveal where agencies are spending money right now, 1 key move you should be making this week, and a deeper Dear Abby conversation you don't want to miss. Welcome to This Week in Procurement, your weekly outlook on government contracting trends and opportunities. I'm Abby with A&L Business Solutions. Let's get started with the top 5 opportunities that stood out this week. Now note that these aren't random listings. Each one tells us something about where agencies are allocating time, money, and attention right now. First, we're seeing a professional content creation service contract that's focused on prevention, gaming, and gambling awareness. This goes beyond posting content. Agencies are looking for strategic partners who can manage messaging, campaigns, and impact reporting. So if your business supports public health communication or digital engagement, this signals continued demand for mission-driven work. Now, a quick reminder, I've got 4 more that's coming up next, but don't go anywhere. If this is useful to you, share it with a friend. Go ahead and save this for later so you have the links when you're ready. Second, there's a registered nurse servicing contract that supports direct care and quality control. This highlights ongoing investments in healthcare staffing and oversight. So for our licensed providers and staffing firms, credentialed services remain a consistent priority. Third, we're seeing a paper to digital record scanning contract with a $13,000 budget, which includes indexing and quality control. Record modernization remains active at the city and agency level, and even smaller contracts like this can open the doors for larger, long-term engagements. Fourth, there's a pre-kindergarten curriculum contract that is focused on evidence-based instruction and educator support. This signals sustained funding in early childhood education, curriculum development, and instructional design. And last, we're seeing an educational and professional development contract that supports education, special education, therapy services, and staff training. These opportunities often renew annually and can expand across districts for vendors offering their specialized expertise. Now, if one of these made you pause, that's intentional. Awareness always comes before action. Before we zoom out, I want to pause here because this is important. When opportunities start showing up in patterns instead of our one-off contracts, the instinct is to react everywhere. And what I would tell my clients is, don't chase the map, choose a lane. Pick one region, one capability, and make sure that agencies in that space can clearly find you and recognize you. This one decision alone reduces overwhelm and increases traction. Now let's take a big look across the country. This week, there are 12,441 new procurement opportunities that were released nationwide. What stands out is that activity continues to cluster in our high volume states where planning cycles are turning into real solicitations. So these hotspots tell us where agencies are moving from intention to execution. Here's what it looks like when we zoom in regionally. On the East Coast, we're seeing consistent activity in professional services, IT support, and admin services. So states like New York, Maryland, Virginia, and New Jersey continue to release opportunities tied to compliance, program support, and modernization. In the South, procurement activity centers around construction, facilities, janitorial, and transportation. We're also seeing a steady demand in public health as well as workforce services. Across the Midwest, the data shows steady releases tied to infrastructure, engineering, and workforce development. This region often rewards reliability and long-term positioning over speed. And finally, at the West, the volume and variety stands out. States like California and Washington continue to release opportunities in technology, environmental services, and healthcare support. Now it's time for our Dear Abby segment. This question came to me in private, but I know many of you may be thinking about it to yourselves. How do I know when my business is ready to actually pursue government contracts seriously, not just browse them? That's a phenomenal question first, but let's slow down just a bit because I want to make sure you guys fully understand what I'm about to say. Readiness is not about confidence, it's all about alignment. You're ready when agencies can find you, understand what you do quickly, and trust that you can deliver consistently if awarded. Now, this is where businesses usually get stuck. They focus on the contract itself instead of the system around it. So if you're unsure, it's okay. That's not failure. It's a signal to assess, not rush. If you want support beyond what we cover here this week, that's why we've created and built the Contract Vault for structured execution, weekly opportunity drops, and guidance. And if you want clarity about where you stand right now, take our readiness assessment. It helps you identify your next best steps. That's it for this week. Remember to stay visible, stay intentional, and remember, opportunities are everywhere. I'm Abby, and I'll see you next week on This Week in Procurement.